Be Me, Night Shift, The Blackwood Archive, Private Collection. Rare books, artifacts, things that shouldn't exist. Job description is simple. Patrol the halls, check the humidity sensors, don't touch the glass, don't read the books, don't ask questions. Pay is suspiciously good. Environment is aggressively quiet. That's the dream. I like the silence. I function better when the world is asleep. Interview was 3 months ago. Met the curator, Mr. Blackwood. Man looks like he was carved out of mahogany and disapproval. 3-piece suit, silver cane, eyes that track movement like a hawk spotting a field mouse. He sat behind a desk the size of a small car. Didn't offer a handshake, didn't offer a seat, just stared. You enjoy solitude? He asked. Voice like gravel grinding on concrete. Yes, sir, I said. You have no criminal record, he stated. No, sir, you aren't curious, he accused. Pause. I'm paid to watch, not to learn, I replied. He held the stare for 10 seconds. Felt like 10 years. Good answer, he finally said. Hired on the spot. First month is uneventful. Just me and the dust motes. Floors are marble. Echoes are loud. My footsteps sound like gunshots in the empty corridors. I learn the rhythm of the building. The HVAC hums at 2 a.m. The pipes groan at 4 a.m. The shadows stretch and contract like breathing lungs. It's peaceful. It's lonely. I tell myself I don't mind. Then comes the Tuesday, 3:15 a.m. Doing rounds in the map room. Hear a sound. Not the pipes, not the wind, the distinct thud of a heavy book hitting a table. Freeze. Adrenaline spikes. Intruder protocol is clear. Call police. Lock down the sector. Hide. I creep toward the sound instead. Curiosity killed the cat, but boredom made the cat reckless. Peek around the corner of a bookshelf. Light is on in the study alcove. Someone is sitting there. Not a thief, not a ninja. A girl. Messy bun. Oversized sweater. Glasses sliding down her nose. She's surrounded by open atlases. She looks like she's been there for hours. I step into the light. Building is closed, I say. Voice cracks a little. Haven't used it in 6 hours. She jumps, knocks a pencil off the table, looks at me with wide eyes. Then she relaxes. Jesus, she breathes. You walk quiet for a big guy. I don't relax. Who are you? I ask, hand hovering near my radio. She rolls her eyes. Lena, she says. I live upstairs. Brain processes. There is a penthouse apartment. Mr. Blackwood lives there. You're Blackwood's daughter? I ask. Granddaughter, she corrects. He's asleep. I needed to check something. She points at a map from 1750. Did you know this coastline is wrong? I blink. You're not supposed to be down here, I say. Rules, she mimics. No guests. No noise. No touching. She leans back in the chair. Technically, I own this stuff. Eventually, technically, I have to report this, I say. She stands up, walks over to me. She's short, has to look up, smells like old paper and vanilla. You could, she says. And he'd yell at me. And he'd fire you for letting me in. Logic checks out. I frown. I didn't let you in. He won't care about the details, she grins. He's a results-oriented kind of tyrant. She's right. I sigh. Fine, I say. But you have to leave. Deal, she says. She closes the book. Carefully, treats it like glass. See you around, watchman. She vanishes into the shadows toward the private elevator. I finish my rounds. Pulse is still high. Tell myself it was a one-time thing. It wasn't. 2 nights later. West Wing. Rare manuscripts. She's there again, sitting on the floor this time, reading a letter under a flashlight. She hears me coming. Doesn't jump. Did you know Napoleon had terrible handwriting? She asks. I stop. You're pushing your luck, I say. I'm bored, she replies. Insomnia. Read a Kindle upstairs, I suggest. She looks at me. It's not the same. Smell this. She holds up the paper. No, I say. Don't touch the artifacts. I'm wearing gloves, she waves cotton-clad hands. You should be wearing gloves too. She tosses a pair at me. I catch them. Instinct. Come on, she says. Keep me company. I'm lonely. I'm working, I say. You're walking in circles, she counters. Sit. 5 minutes. I look at the camera in the corner. Blind spot, she says. I checked the schematics. Of course she did. I sit. Just for a minute. We talk. She reads a love letter from a soldier in 1914. It's tragic. It's beautiful. She reads it aloud. Voices soft. Echoes in the big room. For the first time, the silence doesn't feel cold. What's your story? She asks. Why the night shift? I like the quiet, I repeat. Liar, she says. You're hiding. Maybe, I admit. From what? Life, I say. Expectations. Noise. She nods. Me too. Grandfather wants me to run the foundation. I want to paint. He hates art that isn't at least 200 years old. We share a chuckle. It feels dangerous. It feels right. Go back upstairs, I say. Before he wakes up. She stands. Same time next week? No, I say. Okay, she smiles. See you tomorrow. She's gone. Routine changes. I still patrol, still check the sensors, but now I wait. I wait for the soft footsteps, the flashlight beam, the random facts about history. We explore the collection. She shows me things not on the inventory. A sword from a dead king. A music box that plays a song no one remembers. We sit on the floor of the great hall. We drink coffee from a thermos she sneaks in. Illegal, I say, sipping it. Contraband, she agrees, tastes better. It does. Weeks turn into months. Lena becomes the best part of the job. We talk about everything. My past, her future, the weight of the legacy she's carrying, the emptiness of the apartment I go home to. It's intimate, not physical, emotional. Which is worse? Problem arises. Mr. Blackwood starts staying late. He's in his office until 1 a.m. Sometimes 2. He walks the halls, cane tapping on the marble. Click, clack, click, clack. Sound of impending doom. One night, he intercepts me. Gallery B. He's standing in front of a portrait. Good evening, he says. Doesn't turn around. Mr. Blackwood. I nod. Report? All clear, sir. Humidity is stable. He turns. Eyes drill into me. My granddaughter seems happier lately, he says. Stomach drops. Keep face neutral. That's good to hear, sir. Is it? He asks. She's sleeping less. Perhaps she's inspired. I offer. Perhaps, he says. He steps closer. He's shorter than me. Feels 10 feet tall. I hired a ghost, he says. I wanted someone invisible. You are becoming visible. I'm just doing my job, I say. See that you do, he replies. Only that. Lena has a destiny. You have a paycheck. Do not confuse the two. He walks away. Cane hits the floor harder than necessary. Message received. Next night. Lena shows up, carrying a bag of donuts. Fest, she whispers. I found a hidden door in the library. I don't move. You need to go, I say. She stops. Smile fades. What's wrong? Your grandfather knows, I say. He warned me. She frowns. He didn't say anything to me. He wouldn't, I say. He talked to the help. That's me. I'm the help. She steps closer. You're my friend. I'm your employee, I correct. And I need this job. She looks hurt, then angry. So that's it? He scares you, and you fold? Yes, I say, because this is real life, Lena, not one of your romantic history books. I get fired, I lose my apartment. You get caught, you get a lecture. It's harsh, I mean it to be. Needs to be a clean break. She stares at me, eyes shiny. Fine, she says. Enjoy the silence. She drops the bag of donuts on the desk, turns and leaves. I throw the donuts away. Eat one first. It tastes like ash. The next week is miserable. Silence is heavy now. Oppressive. I patrol. I check sensors. I look at the blind spot in the west wing. Empty. I miss her voice. I miss the smell of vanilla. I miss the feeling of being a person. Mr. Blackwood is pleased. He nods at me when he leaves. Good work, he says. Building feels secure. Yes, sir, I say. Dead inside. Then comes the storm. Massive thunderstorm. Power grid flickers. Backup generators kick in. Lights dim to emergency red. Atmosphere goes from museum to horror movie. Rain is hammering the skylights. Sound is deafening. I'm in the east wing. Hear a crash. Glass breaking. Not a thief. Structural failure. I run. Flashlight beam cutting through the gloom. Reach the solarium. Huge glass ceiling panel has shattered. Rain is pouring in. Directly onto the 18th century textiles display. Disaster. Millions of dollars of damage in seconds. I grab the emergency tarps, try to throw them over the cases. Wind is howling through the hole. Tarp blows back in my face. I'm fighting the weather indoors. Need 3 hands, have 2. Suddenly, another pair of hands grabs the corner of the tarp. It's Lena, soaked in seconds. Pajamas and a raincoat. Pull, she yells. We pull. Secure the first case. Grab the tape, I shout. She grabs the heavy-duty duct tape from my belt. We work like a pit crew. Silent coordination. She knows where I'm going before I move. I know what she needs before she asks. We cover the tapestries. We move the smaller display tables. Floor is slick with water. I slip. She catches my arm, surprisingly strong. Steady, she says. I got you. We haul a heavy velvet couch away from the splash zone. 20 minutes of chaos. Finally, the area is secure. Water is pooling on the marble, but the artifacts are dry. We collapse on the floor, breathing hard, dripping wet, adrenaline fading. She looks at me, hair plastered to her face, mascara running. She laughs. So much for the quiet life, she says. I laugh too. Can't help it. You have terrible timing, I say. I have impeccable timing, she counters. You'd be drowning in wet velvet without me. True, I admit. We sit there, shoulders touching, cold water, warm skin. It feels momentous. Then the lights flicker back to full power, and the elevator dings. Mr. Blackwood. He steps out, robe over his suit, cane in hand. He surveys the damage, the shattered glass, the water, the tarps. Then he looks at us, sitting on the floor, wet, clothes. I stand up immediately. Sir, I start. Storm broke the panel. Assets are secure. Lena helped. I add. Couldn't have done it alone. He walks over to the display cases, lifts a corner of the tarp, checks the fabric, dry. He checks the floor, nods, turns to Lena. You should be in bed, he says. I heard the crash, she says, defiant, standing tall. I wasn't going to let the collection rot. He looks at her, really looks at her. Not as a child, as a caretaker. No, he says softly, I suppose you wouldn't. He turns to me. You acted quickly. Protocol, sir. Improvisation. He corrects. Protocol would have been to call maintenance and wait. By then, it would be ruined. He taps his cane. Looking between us, the dynamic is obvious. The tension, the connection, he sighs. Sound of a man admitting defeat. Go dry off, he tells Lena. You'll catch pneumonia. What about him? She asks, pointing at me. He has a shift to finish, Blackwood says. But he can take a break to change. There are spare uniforms in the locker room. Lena hesitates. Go, I say. I'm fine. She looks at me. Okay. She leaves toward the elevator. Stops. Looks back at her grandfather. He saved the tapestries, grandfather. I know, he says. She leaves. Just me and the boss. Rain still falling, but quieter now. I warned you, he says. Yes, sir. You ignored me. Technically, sir, it was an emergency. Technically, he echoes. He walks over to the window, looks out at the storm. I built this place to preserve the past, he says. I thought the past was safer than the present. It doesn't change. It doesn't disappoint you. He turns back, but the past doesn't fix leaks. He looks at me. She listens to you. She talks to me. I correct. There's a difference. Not much of one, he mutters. He walks to the elevator. Clean up the water. Call the glaziers in the morning. Yes, sir. He pauses as the doors open. And he grimaces. If she comes down tomorrow night, don't lock the library door. My eyes widen. Sir? She needs to learn the collection, he says. If she's going to run this place, she needs a guide who knows the shadows. He looks at me. Don't make me regret this. I won't. Doors close. I exhale. Collapse back onto the wet bench. Stare at the ceiling. Rain falling on my face. Feels like baptism. Next night, I'm in the library, waiting. 2 a.m. sharp. Door opens. Lena walks in, 2 coffees in hand. Heard you got a promotion, she says, smirking. More like a pardon, I reply. She hands me the cup. He told me at breakfast. Said you were competent. High praise, I say. From him? It's a knighthood. She sits on the desk. So, she says. Where were we? Napoleon's handwriting, I say. She smiles. It lights up the dim room. Right. We spend the night going through the catalogs. It's work now. But it's not. It's partnership. A week later, Mr. Blackwood finds us in the gallery. We're debating the authenticity of a Roman coin. I say fake. She says real. Blackwood walks up, takes the coin, squints at it. It's a forgery, he says. 19th century replica. I look at Lena. Told you. She groans. I hate you both. Blackwood almost smiles. Almost. Make sure the alarms are set on the perimeter, he tells me. Already done, sir. He nods. Walks away. Stops. Lena, dinner, Sunday. Bring the watchman. He looks underfed. He keeps walking. Lena jaws drops. She hits my arm. Did that just happen? I think I've been summoned, I say. You've been adopted, she corrects. God help you. Sunday comes. Dinner in the penthouse. Sterling silver. Crystal glasses. I'm wearing my one good suit. Feel like an imposter. Lena kicks me under the table. Smiles when I jump. Blackwood asks me about humidity controls. Then, about my favorite book. I tell him, The Count of Monte Cristo. He nods. Patience and planning, he says. A worthy choice. Dinner ends. Lena drags me out to the balcony. City lights spread out below us. Wind is cold. She leans against the railing. You survived, she says. Barely. She moves closer. I'm glad you took the job. Me too. I'm glad you broke the rules. I didn't break them, I say. I bent them. Semantics, she whispers. She reaches out, takes my hand. Her fingers are cold. Mine are warm. So, she says, what happens now? Shift starts in an hour, I say. I have rounds to do. She rolls her eyes. You're impossible. I'm consistent. She steps in, closes the gap. Be quiet for a second. I shut up. She kisses me. Tastes like wine and expensive dessert. Pulls back. Checks my reaction. I'm stunned, but not unhappy. Protocol violation? She asks. Major, I say. Going to report me? I'll let you off with a warning. She laughs. Sound carries over the city. Door opens behind us. Blackwood. We jump apart. He steps out. Cigar in hand. Doesn't look at us. Looks at the view. Wind is picking up, he says. Check the storm shutters on the east wing. Yes, sir, I say. Start to move. And take your time, he adds. Nothing happens quickly in this house. He takes a puff of the cigar. Good night. Good night, grandfather, Lena says. Voice shaking slightly. Good night, sir. I walk to the elevator. Look back. Lena is smiling. Blackwood is watching the city. The archive is downstairs, waiting, quiet, dark, but not empty. Not anymore. Be me. Night shift. Best job in the world.